What a season it's been for Francois Lavoie. In February, he captured the third major of his career with an impressive victory in the Kia PBA Tournament of Champions. And then just a week ago, he defeated all the season's other major champions in the first ever guaranteed rate PBA Super Slam. Today, Francois looks to keep the momentum going here at the Kia PBA playoffs. Plus, Jacob Buttrey returns after a heartbreaking loss in the US Open. But he has his work cut out for him as he faces last year's playoff champion, Bill O'Neill. Yeah! The Kia PBA playoffs round of 16 continues next. It is time for day 2 of the Kia PBA playoffs here in Milford, Connecticut, just outside New Haven. Great matchups for you today. Francois Lavoie, Dick Allen, Jacob Buttrey against defending champ Bill O'Neill. Here are the updated brackets. On the left side, Troop and Larson advance to the round of 8. The winners today move on to the quarterfinals as well. On the right side, some big names, including U.S. Open champion Chris Bye, World Championship titleist Tom Doherty, and the Iceman himself, Jesper Svensson, among many great bowlers. Speaking of greatness, Randy Peterson's here, the Hall of Famer. I'm Dave Ryan, joined throughout the broadcast, of course.
That's
by
the
Kimberly,
nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Come on.
That's awesome. Thank you.
It's much
Thank
deserved.
you, brother.
Everyone competing, Randy, for this belt. You know, the PBA and the WWE are partners. One man has the belt. Yeah. So far, it's Bill O'Neill, our defending champ.
Yeah, he's the only guy that knows what it's like to wear this belt, Dave. You're right. But if I told you that Bill O'Neill hasn't made a telecast this season, you'd say what?
Shocked.
Yeah,
I'm shocked.
You'd say, Randy, you're crazy, but it's true. 7th at the U.S. Open, so a great finish there. He does know how to win this event, however. He is your defending champ. He will take on Jacob Buttrey in our second matchup today.
Let's talk a bit about the guy who's anything but typical, Dick Allen. He's won 7 career PBA Tour titles, and today he's thinking about an upset.
Anything but typical? It says THB on his arm and a tattoo. Typical house bowler, he's not, that's for sure. I like to call Dick Allen the spoiler. If you remember back when we first started this season, the South Regional Finals, Dick Allen averaged 270 and just wiped the field, eventually losing to the champion in the Players' Championship, Kyle Troop. But, you know, he's sneaky. You got to watch out for Dick Allen.
And Francois Lavoie is having a tremendous 2021 so far.
I mean, how cool is it when your name rhymes? Francois Lavoie. I mean, the international man of mystery, he certainly is. Remember him winning the TSC for $100,000, beating Sean Rash, Jesper Svensson, Jason Belmonte, and Anthony Simonson, and then last week winning the Super Slam for $100,000. Certainly has the hottest hand out on tour right now. And if there's one thing we have learned about Francois Lavoie this season, Dave, you can never count him out.
Lavoie, Allen, great first matchup. They're joined now, lane level, by Kimberly.
Thanks, guys. So, Francois, let's start with you. So, you are coming off of a $100,000 win last week, and Randy has said that you are arguably the hottest player on tour right now. So, how do you carry that momentum into a win today?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to do the same thing I always do. Confidence is a great thing, but I've had a great season, but that's all in the past now. My focus is on this match and this match only.
Well, how are you going to beat this guy right here? Because you guys play and could play on the same line today.
Yeah, we could. You know, we have similar styles, but I've got my own strategies. I've got a couple of options, so I'm gonna look at a few things and hopefully get out of the gate strong. And if that doesn't work, I've got a few more options to go to.
All right. Well, good luck to you today. And Dick, we just talked about his strategy. What's your strategy going into today?
I mean, I'm here. I'm not feeling very good. You know, we're getting old. The back's hurting a lot lately. Don't know where my hand's at in the ball. We're just trying to get up and bowl, and it's my turn.
Well, in the pre-show practice, I saw you yelling. What was that about?
I was using up all my breaks. I was getting messengers. I was getting all sorts of lucky strikes. And, you know, I kind of need to save those against this guy right now, so.
All right. Well, we wish you the best of luck today.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Kimberly, thanks for that. Lavoie, Allen, the round of 16. A tremendous first match right out of the gate here. Let's meet our bowlers.
From Lexington, South Carolina, he bowls out of Beltline Lanes in Columbia, Dick Allen.
The tattoo might still be there, but Dick Allen is proving he's anything but a typical house bowler. In one of his all-time best televised performances, Allen ran the ladder to take the South Region at the 2021 PBA Players' Championship. He was still hot heading into the finals and finished second, Will veteran Allen continue to hit clutch shots and outperform the label he wears on his arm? We'll be watching. This is Dick Allen.
Dave, I don't know about you, but I kind of missed the headband.
It was an awesome look. I'm with you. There's the arsenal for Dick Allen. 21-year pro, 42 years old. Lexington, South Carolina. Gets us started. Day 2, Kia PBA playoffs. With a really nice shot on the left lane.
Six, second pin on the right, slings around the 10. And that's okay for an opening shot, but if you leave more than 3 in one game, you're not going to be very pleased, ever.
Off the ringing 10 pin. Let's see what Dick Allen does. Single pin, spare conversion. Got that.
From Quebec, Canada, now rolling out of Shocker Sports Grill and Lanes in Wichita, Kansas, Francois Lavoie.
Say bonjour to Francois Lavoie. He's young, he's Canadian, he's quiet, and he's unstoppable. In 2020, Lavoie became only the second pro to bowl not one, but two perfect games on television. And in 2021, he triumphed at the Kia PBA Tournament of Champions, earning his 5th career tour title and 3rd major. Magnifique. Underrated no more, Francois is now eligible for the PBA Hall of Fame and looking to bring home another title at this year's PBA playoffs. This is Francois Lavoie.
C'est bon, c'est bon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You remember from school learning?
I didn't understand that piece in you right now because it's all in French.
Arsenal for Frankie, as he's known out here on tour. Nice start. Fresh off the Super Slam $100,000 payday in Annandale, Virginia last week.
I mean, he's won 5 times, 3 of them are majors, and then the Super Slam. So we take a look from profile of the very clean, smooth approach of Francois Lavoie. He's so good at manipulating ball, rotation, and roll. And just a great feel, finesse, and shot maker.
18 majors combined, Randy. We talked about that yesterday, top of our broadcast, in the field of 16 to begin the playoffs. He's got the most, 3 of all the competitors here.
Yeah, 5-year pro.
Left lane, not quite as crisp in the 1-3 pocket, but a strike nonetheless. 2 U.S. Opens and the TOC for Francois.
You see those numbers there. He's about 3 to 4 boards left on that left lane. Same thing we saw yesterday. A little more friction on the left lane.
Now, Dick was downplaying his abilities a bit with Kimberly in the pre-show interview. Do you buy that? Is that a little sandbagging going on? Or?
It's just lower expectations. I think Kimberly's got more of what you just asked, Dave. Why don't you send it down to her?
Go ahead, Kimberly.
I do, guys. So you guys heard that he mentioned it in his pre-show interview with us that...
I mean, again, he talked about the grip change, another grip change. He said his span was a little too long. It was tearing his hand up. And so he's been kind of fooling around with that. I got to tell you, once you find a good grip, you don't change because it's hard to find. And apparently he's been going on this merry-go-round of grip changes for a while. Players are going to try to go as straight as they can, especially on the right lane on the 44-foot Carmen Salvino. So watch them right around second arrow, and then off of that, they're going to get their bowling balls to kind of arc off of this spot down lane into the pocket.
Race to 2 here. Win 2 games, win the match. Lavoie. Nice. 3 up, 3 down. If it's tied 1 game apiece, and we saw that yesterday with Troop and Anderson, we'll have a 9th, 10th frame roll-off. Nothing more exciting than that at the Kia PBA playoffs. Second match yesterday, Larson took down Anthony Simonson. The 9 seed struck 18 of 20 times. Lavoie has the first 3. Had a 300 game in this event in Centerville last year. Beat Sean Rash. 300, 236.
Yeah, Larson yesterday averaging just over 260 for his 2 games.
Oh, he was locked in. This guy is 2. Lavoie, yeah.
Well, you heard him say
4.
Sorry, Dave, you heard him say it, be right. That's pretty good, isn't it? Again, not a high-power player that we see a lot of on the PBA Tour, especially with the two-handers. Francois has to rely on accuracy and touch. Right now, he's perfect through 4.
Four frame, Allen works on a spare. A nudge on the 10 pin somehow. It stays upright.
So I know we've said a lot in 4 frames, but do you remember what I said at the start of this when he left the 10 pin in the first frame? If you leave more than 3 in one game,
watch out.
Yeah, so
tough.
So now he's going to be looking at different equipment, different options, because he's flushed 4 shots in a row. He's left three 10 pins in 4 frames. Look out.
Watch it. Yeah, he missed that by a lot. That just wasn't close.
Yeah, I think he ran into the ball return. The ball return cover.
Hey, to re-rack, please.
Yeah, good idea. Take one of your 2 re-racks here, Dick, to regroup a bit.
Didn't see it there, but.
And Randy, to your point, you're getting corner pins, you're getting 10 pins. As takes the re-rack here. Ball change here. Gotta be tough because mentally, you know, Francois Lavoie has got the front 4. He's the best bowler on the planet right now. Puts you in a tough spot if you're Dick Allen.
Well, he's behind by 42, so now he makes the ball change. He's going to look for something else.
Left lane, yeah.
Again, it's a 2-game match. Anything can happen, and we saw it at the South Regional Finals. Dick Allen knows how to strike, and all he has to do is get locked in with the right ball and have some carry go his way. I mean, I know it's only halfway through game 1, but I think as a player right now, you've kind of written this game off unless Francois does something crazy, which probably won't happen.
Already down 42 pins. And Lavoie hasn't missed yet. Looking for the front 5. You better believe it. Those pins have no chance, Randy. None.
Not when you hit him there. Watch this swing. Little out to in move.
Five up, 5 down. Thomas Larson yesterday had the front 9 in the second game with Simonson, won at 279 to 224. Looking to get halfway home. Yes, indeed. Oh, baby. He is crunching that 1-3 pocket, Randy, and he knows about 300 games on TV.
Yeah, he sure does, and he's perfect through 6. Can he pull off another one and become the only player in PBA history with 3 300s?
Day 1 of the Kia PBA playoffs saw the top seed Kyle Troop need a 9th, 10th frame roll-off to beat the 16th seed Andrew Anderson. Wasn't easy for the pro with a throw, Randy.
Yeah, no, they went 2 games and then went to a roll-off. Kyle Troop showed up big time, winning in a 9th and 10th frame.
Speaking of big time, this guy, Denmark's Thomas Larson, 18 strikes, 20 frames, 2-game win over Anthony Simonson. Had the front 9 in game 2.
Yeah, that was the biggie. I mean, he struck a lot, but when he was up 1-0, then he really put the pressure on Simonson with the front 9.
Those 2 advancing to the quarterfinals, the round of 8. These 2 would like to join them. Down 62 out of the break. Good counter.
tell you, he's a really smart guy. He's a bit of a political buff. He likes following politics. Very clever, very smart, great wit.
Left lane.
Not sure I like that ball reaction, honestly. I mean, gets it in a little bit on that left lane, and it barely gets to the 1-3. In the right lane, it goes to the nose.
He's searching, he's thinking. Meanwhile, Lavoie, perfect through 6. Sean Rash and Frankie, the only two with 2 career televised 300 games. Lavoie looks for the front 7. Oh yeah.
Wow. Now 2 other players have bowled 300 on television, but they were done in tournament and specialty events, and that would be Ryan Schaefer and Wes Malott. Let's take a look at this beautiful swing of Francois Lavoie. Now I want you to watch this line right here and watch the direction that this swing falls in. See how it falls to the inside? That's what takes the hand and puts it in a great spot. That out to in move, made famous by Walter Ray Williams Jr., Wes Malott, and this man right here.
Looking for the front 8, Randy. 10-pin, a bump, but it stands. No 300, no $10,000 bonus for Lavoie, and unfortunately, for now, no place in history as the only man to bowl 300 games on TV.
Yeah, that one scored it just a little bit too long down the lane and came in late, leaving the quitter 10.
Huge lead, though, game 1 in the race to 2. There's the 10-pin. He's the great answer to a trivia question. The last bowler to bowl a 300 in a major was Francois Lavoie, 16 U.S. Open over Sean Maldonado in Vegas.
It's the only time it's ever been done in the U.S. Open.
Another good one. So you have dual trivia questions out of one historical note. I like that. Yeah, I love my history. That's good. That's good. All right, Dick Allen thinking about game 2 now. That's the beauty of the format. Even if you do get blown out in the first game, you got a chance to adjust, win game 2, and force a 9/10 frame roll-off.
Well, he made another ball change there, and it's just another 10-pin, and I believe that is 4 for the game.
Not 2.
This time has the 10-pin. Wednesday here on FS1, it's a battle in the NL. Juan Lacuna.
You follow baseball, Dave?
Huge Mets fan, lifelong Mets fan.
Wow. They got a couple of nasty pitchers.
Got good pitchers.
Yeah.
Run support, that's the issue. Better this year. Decent start. We'll see. Long season. Left lane. 8-10.
Yeah, this is a head scratcher for sure for Dick Allen. He's not really quite sure what to do. When he does hit the pocket, he leaves a 10-pin. See the interchangeable thumb there, goes from one ball to the next. Purpose for that is to make all of your equipment, your arsenal, feel the same from ball to ball.
This one, as you saw, mathematically over. Lavoie is through with the win, hoping to win game 2 and advance.
Okay, that's the move. That's the move.
To the round of 8. So it's back to the lap. Dick Allen is creating and thinking about game 2 and its adjustments. As understated as they come, this guy. Soft-spoken Canadian sensation, Francois Lavoie. Does his talking on the lanes. And Randy's won game 1.
Yeah, a really soft-spoken guy, but really a good, honest, nice man. I mean, just a good, kind-hearted guy. But I'll tell you what, Francois Lavoie looking unbeatable here. Takes game 1. Stay with us. Lots more to come.
Game 1 impressive for Francois Lavoie. The front 7 and a 266-185 victory in the race to 2 over Dick Allen in the this round of 16 matchup, the 2021 Kia PBA playoffs here on FS1. Dave, Randy, Kimberly with you. Milford, Connecticut, just outside New Haven. We break down the first game, Randy.
Similar rev rates for both players. Ball speed looks almost identical, and you can see that they're trying to play the same part of the lane. The difference is when Lavoie's ball hits the pocket, it strikes, and Dick Allen never found a consistent way to get there, nor did he strike when he got there. But I think an interesting note about this event is that typically you're going to see a matchup that you may never see before. And that's because of the oil pattern, and it doesn't always fit each player because every player is different.
Lavoie trying to stay hot.
Let me give you an idea or an example of that. So yesterday when we saw Troop and Anderson, they were both playing way in. I think it was about the 19th board at the laydown. And so they were kind of slinging it out to about that 8th board, which is what these two players are doing, except they're about an arrow and a half to the right of that.
Career look, Dick Allen, playoff performance. That's a really nice shot to begin game two.
Another example would be, let's say the pattern called for the high rev players that allowed them to get way left, and like we like to say, throw it over their left toe, so play that deep inside line. So you look at the matchup yesterday with Thomas Larsson and Simonson. Simonson's going to be heavily favored because of the power differential, right? Thomas Larsson likes to go straight, so if you move him in to 5th arrow and you put Simonson right next to him, Simonson's going to own that just because of the sheer power and the difference of that.
I love that breakdown. Larsson had quite a day yesterday. Nice start out of the gate here, game two. Dick Allen making his adjustments count.
And so obviously that scenario is pretty much the early part of this event, because the players that really like this pattern or have success on this pattern, they're going to move on in the competition. We're going to get down to really good matchups where it would be really difficult to kind of pick a favorite.
Lavoie, perfection. Tattoos the 1-3 pocket. I love that breakdown, and that leads us to the greatness of this event.
Yeah.
I mean, we had 24 last year, 16 this year. Anything can happen.
Right.
On one.
And these two players are very similar, Dave, and that's why we looked at the numbers from Strike Track, and it shows that they're basically playing on top of one another.
4th seeded this year, the 9th seed last year. Beat Norm Duke in the opening round. Beat Sean Rash with a 300 game in round 2. Then lost to Belmo in the 3rd round. Belmo in the semis lost to Simonson, who then lost to Bill O'Neill. The defending champ later today, head-to-head with Buttrey. Wow. I mean, this guy is locked in.
There's no letting up, man. He's like a bulldog on a pork chop.
Five up, 5 down here in game 2. All strikes so far.
I'm digging that hand in there.
Carmen Salvino pattern. Ready
Oh, I've got a hook and
to
punch.
rock. Wants it to hook. Gets the trip 10.
Got to hook a bunch, and it did. And it got into that sweet zone where the 6 tattoos the 10. Watch this. Take a look at Dick Allen's swing and see if he has the same kind of motion in the downswing. And there it is. Just about every professional, you'll see that swing fall to the inside. And it helps put the hand in a great spot and allows these great players to do what they do.
Overcoming a back injury. We talked about with Kimberly, top of the broadcast, and with us yesterday. Not 100%, but he feels like his game is in great shape.
Oh!
That's a great shot. duel. Perfect game early here.
It's a good sign. He got a little bit right of his last shot. It actually came around the corner a little bit harder, and that's exactly what you want to see as a player. It tells you that I've got a little mistake room to the right.
$100,000 richer after last week in suburban Washington, D.C. That's high. There's a 4-pin. First non-strike of the game here for Lavoie.
I heard he bought a new wheelbarrow. Got to carry all that cash in.
All the cash. Got to be able to transport the money.
This guy's been a human ATM this year, along with Kyle Troop, Tom Doherty.
Very high percentage at this level, making the 4-pin single pin spare conversion. No problem there for Lavoie. The impact of the pandemic on youth sports has been significant, and while recovery has started in some communities, too many children in need are still on the sideline. Visit goodsports.org to learn how you can help Fox Sports and Good Sports restore play for at-risk youth and the programs that serve them through donations of brand new sports equipment. Fifth frame, Lavoie. Tripped in.
I love some of the little subtle comments under the players' breaths. He said right there, the ball got about halfway down the lane, and he said, read it. And what he meant by that is he wants the ball to start reading that friction, digging into the lane, so it'll face up and hit the 1-3 properly.
And it did. This guy, perfect so far. Looking for the front 5. Dick Allen. Yeah.
Now, our strike track powered by Kia shows you that that was a pretty accurate shot there thrown by Dick Allen. A lot of great numbers and stats also brought to us and to you folks at home from Lane Talk. For more info, go to lanetalk.com. And here's another look from behind. You can see that swing tucking underneath the shoulder. Right shoulder down. Kick the 10. Yeah, okay, I'll take that one.
Dick Allen, 20th seed in this event last year, beat Don Barrett, the 13th seed opening round with a 227 game. Then lost to Simonson in round 2, 258-204. Last year's single game format. Early rounds. This year it's the race to 2.
Man, what the count right there?
Comes to an end.
Not good enough for 9?
For 7.
You can see the lines there, well inside of target, and this one goes high, leaving the 4-7.
Come on, Dom, I'm counting on that one. That was strip 4 territory right there, buddy. Where you at? Golly.
No perfect game, but Dick Allen, Randy, has got a lead in game 2, and he needs to win this one to stay alive in the match.
Yeah, he
Down
was
to
hoping.
16.
Sorry, buddy. He was hoping to get at least 9 on that to keep the count even. We'll see what happens to the conclusion of game number 2 when we get back.
Unlock the ultimate fan experience with the all-new PBA Pinsiders program. Gear up with official PBA swag, member-only content, and insider access to our events. Join today at PBA.com. Love it. Lavoie, Allen. Game 2. Front 5 for Dick Allen, but Randy was frustrated leaving the 4-7.
Right.
As you talked about before the break.
Right. And here's why. If both players strike out, Dick Allen loses by 1.
Yeah.
279, 278.
And count. This to cut it to 9 for Lavoie.
See that stare there? That's recalculating now. So he gets it up the lane a little bit more. It goes a little bit too long. Watch the 6-pin, second pin from the right. How it's just going to go to the sidewall and lay in the gutter. Zero action. So that means the ball's not driving through the pins hard enough. Frankie's going to make a micro adjustment and get the ball to face a little bit stronger into the pocket next time up on the right. So now if it's a bad shot, right, he leaves that. He just turns around and goes, do it bad, I got to throw it better.
Right.
But when you see a player do that, it's because they aced it. Let's take a look at left lane, right lane comparison for Francois Lavoie. Right lane, he's going much straighter. It's a good 5 boards to the right. Break point's always going to be the same because of the pattern, and then you can see the entry angle into the pins.
That strike track powered by Kia.
Yeah, this is the big difference right there.
Left lane, 7th frame, big shot. Trip 10.
So there's a difference between right lane and left lane, right? So the last shot on the right lane, we saw the 6-pin, second from the right, kind of skid off and lay dead into the gutter. That time the 6-pin goes to the sidewall and does a Cobra Kai on the 10. Take a look. Second pin from the right. There you go.
Allen responds with his own little trip 10. It's the 6-pin, the pin action to the 10, Randy.
That's why you always want to tip the 6-pin. Don't ever stiff the 6-pin, bro.
Are you a generous tipper on the 6-pin?
Sorry, I was thinking. No, not anymore. All right, watch this, folks. I mean, this grip looks pretty stretched. Look at how he's got to really pull on those fingers just to get his thumb in, and then he'll inch his fingers back up and get both middle and ring finger into the finger holes.
To go up by 29 pins. Oh, ringing 10 pin. Really good shot.
Oh.
Pitch, Allen. Good pitch. Run it down. Yeah.
Yeah, this was a good pitch. Well, thanks, Dick, for being polite. After that shot, you could obviously see the frustration. I would have said a lot worse. Paid the fine.
He's bowled well. It's tough.
Yeah, I mean, he really hasn't bowled all that bad. And keep in mind, like game 1, he leaves 3 10 pins in the first 4 frames, and then all of a sudden that's telling his brain, okay, you got to change something. And then you can lose pocket by changing balls and changing lines and doing this and that. I mean, this game he went fast 8, 1 shot in the 6, and then the same lane comes back with a ring 10.
Lavoie looks for the double to cut this to 9. Does that?
That's the one.
That is the one, Frankie.
Yeah, remember last time on that lane, he left a flat 10. I said he was going to find a way to get the ball to face, and he sure did. It was perfect. It was brilliant. And with one more in the 9th frame, he can take the lead.
Won the first game in our race to 266, 185 with a front 7. Now a chance to take a lead late, the foundation frame in game 2. The turkey puts him up 1 pin.
Get up.
There it is. Another flat 10. You heard him say get up. He needed to make a little stronger move into the 1-3 pocket. And now he runs the risk of losing game 2. Look at the oil rings on the ball, and the ball starts to flare at about 35, 40 feet. Starts to flare. Those oil rings start to spread out, and that's when the ball starts to really make some motion towards the pocket.
Has the 10 pin, has the spare, but does not have the lead. So Dick Allen in really good shape here, heading into his 9th.
That was different. You see the pin action on that shot there?
Really good shot.
Watch this. Oh my goodness. See the six pin almost moved to the right and stood up.
Driver's seat now with a max score of 258. Striking 6. The shutout, Lavoie on the bench. There's a strike.
Way to fight, Dick Allen. Man, talk about a guy who looked like he was going to be on the receiving end of a bad beat. Comes back and wins game 2, and we are going to go to a 9th and 10th frame roll-off.
We had it yesterday with Troop Anderson. It is exciting to watch. Kyle Troop took it easily over Andrew in our opening show of the Kia PBA playoffs. 6 for the win in game. And he'll take the game to win, and we are headed to a 9th, 10th frame roll-off.
I mean, and that's how you fight. That's how you stay in it. That's how you grind. Especially in a 2-game match. You know, there's time. Frankie left a couple flat 10s that allowed Dick Allen to capture game 2. And now they're going to go to a roll-off where anything can happen. .258 for Dick Allen. Good stuff. Left the fast 8 and then that ring and 10, both on that left lane. Wonder if he's going to finish on the right lane. I wonder where Frankie's going to decide.
Good question. Higher seed gets the choice.
Exactly right. And keep in mind the higher seed is Lavoie. So Francois' last shot on the left lane was a flat 10. He may decide to start there and finish on this right lane, depending on what happens here in the 10th frame.
Had a flat 10 on the right lane, then rebounded, got the ball to face up, as Randy talked about, having a crunching strike in the 1-3 pocket. There's a trip 10.
Yeah, I think he's going to finish on that lane, so he'll start. I think he's going to start on the left.
I'll go first on the left. Yeah.
First on the left. There you see it, Randy. You like it?
Do I go right into it?
I mean, I think so.
By PBA rule, this tie must be broken by a 9th and 10th frame roll-off. Francois Lavoie will begin the roll-off on the left lane.
Had one yesterday where Troop beat Anderson 58-26 in the 9th, 10th frame roll-off. If we are tied after those, we'll have a single ball roll-off. That could be really exciting. Every shot now is crucial. Lavoie starts the roll-off with a strike.
Remember, max score in the 9th and 10th frame roll-off is 60.
That first shot is so important.
Yeah, because he can't be shut out, right? He just finished on the right lane where he struck all 3 shots. Dick Allen, his 10th frame, he struck all 3 shots on the left lane.
Here's Dick Allen.
Oh boy.
This is the pocket, 2-pin.
Rich! Ah!
It's not over.
You idiot.
Spares here, and he strikes out and shoot 50, and he'll force Lavoie to get 2 in the 10th.
Two-pin got that. Dick Allen trying
Can I get
for
a
his
re-rack,
first
please?
title as he asked for a re-rack since the 2019 Cheetah Championship. Been a while.
Come on. Here we
For
go.
one of the most talented bowlers on tour.
Focus here, one at a time. That one spot on the lane that you can't hit. Come on.
Blowing in that thumb hole creates just a little bit of moisture. Give him a nice tacky feel in the thumb.
Allen left lane.
Still alive.
I get another re-rack? No? Okay.
Out of re-racks.
9th and 10th frame, you only get one, right? My bad.
Working that rosin bag. A little like LeBron James at the start of a game, huh?
All right.
It's all about the process, man.
All about routine
Just like practice.
and feel.
Trip 10.
Good touch there. Anytime you see the 6 do its job. Next shot's big. It forces Lavoie to get 2. Right now, Dick Allen's only thinking one thing: must strike.
Heard him say it, just like practice. Here's the pre-shot routine. And the biggest shot of the day coming up. Has
Good luck,
another.
throw it right there,
Trip
buddy.
10.
Good shots, man. Good shots. Good finish.
Great finish. Up steps Lavoie.
Needs 2 and 1 pin.
Looking for the first. Has the first. Trip 10 again. The 6 pins have been busy today, Randy. Very, very busy.
They're starting to get a little more lively, aren't they? That's 4 in a row on this right lane for Lavoie. I'll make it 5 in a row because he struck in the 8th. Got to have this one or he's eliminated.
For the win, Lavoie. Tip pin goes down late. And I mean late.
Wow, what a love tap he just got on the 10. His follow through looked a little different on that shot. The ball goes just a hair light and just enough to get that trip 10, tomahawk 10, whatever you like.
Good match. Definitely.
Wow. What a great break. And what a great match.
Lavoie is through. to the quarterfinals, joining Troop and Thomas Larson in the round of 8. Jacob Buttrey, Bill O'Neill, our defending champ. Next matchup on the way here in Milford, Connecticut. Frankie joined by Kimberly.
All right, so Francois, you easily won that first game, but Dick Allen really brought it that second match. So walk us through that one.
Yeah, I fully expected him to. In a format like this, winning the first game doesn't really mean that much. You've got to be either on it for 2 games or get ready for a 9th and 10th frame roll-off, and that's kind of what I expected when we started struggling with carry in the second game. And I got fortunate in that second shot in the 10th to carry the 10-pin and move on.
Well, let's talk relations, because you now move on to the 8th.
Thank you.
Lavoie, who's had an unbelievable 2021, Kimberly, is off to the quarterfinals. Wow, that was dramatic. Jacob Buttrey, tremendous. The talent, the lefty against the defending champ. Bill O'Neill is on the way. Welcome back to the Kia PBA playoffs. Chris Fye, U.S. Open champ. Christian Ascona, the 15th seed. That's coming up Saturday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern on FS1. Chris Prather, who had an amazing 2020 against 13-time titleist E.J. Tackett. Troop, Larson have advanced earlier today. Lavoie in a 9th, 10th frame roll-off, able to take down stubborn Dick Allen. A really good match, 2-1 to advance to the quarterfinals. Buttrey, O'Neill next. The WWE belt for Bill O'Neill. It's in the trophy case right now, we believe, in suburban Philadelphia. The defending champ, joined by Kimberly.
All right, Bill, you are the defending champ, and we just saw a photo of you holding up that WWE belt. So everyone wants to know, including myself, where's the belt? What did you do with it?
So my son is a huge WWE fan, so the belt is wherever he last put it. When I came home after I won, I got home real late and he wasn't awake, and I had the belt on the kitchen table, and he came downstairs in the morning and you'd have thought I was Santa Claus. It was like Christmas morning for him. He thought it was the coolest thing ever that I had that belt, and he couldn't have cared less that I won the tournament. It was all about the belt.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the tournament. Like I said, you're the defending champion. I just saw you take some practice shots. How's your look today?
I feel pretty good. My strategy is the same as it is on every show. I have a game plan and just have to 100% commit to that plan. This all happens really fast, so you go with your game plan and commit to it 100%.
That's a good plan. Good luck today.
Thank you.
Little Gavin looked amazing, Kimberly, with the belt there. But Jacob Buttrey has a thing or two to say about the defending champ moving on to the round of 8. The playoffs continue from Connecticut next. Going to be a great matchup here as the Kia PBA Tour playoffs roll on from Milford, Connecticut. Buttrey, O'Neill. Let's meet the bowlers.
From Langhorne, Pennsylvania, rolling out of Levittown lanes, Bill O'Neill.
Unlike the rest of the world, O'Neill had a great 2020, winning his 12th PBA Tour title and 2nd major at the PBA Players Championship. The winning streak continued as he took home the WWE title at the PBA playoffs. To top things off, he was runner-up in the PBA Player of the Year competition and had his highest annual earnings ever by collecting over $250,000. Definitely kept it pretty real. But what's the deal with O'Neill in 2021? Is Bill still the man to beat? Does he still have what it takes? No! This is Bill O'Neill.
Ready to defend his title. And there's his arsenal. The 12th seed this year, the 2 seed last year. O'Neill starts his day with a strike.
Start.
From Tempe, Arizona, bowling out of Bolero Mesa Lanes, Jacob Buttrey.
They say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and Sin City's Jacob Buttrey may have left his winning ways in his hometown this season. Despite having one of the most unique deliveries on tour today, left-hander Buttrey has won 7 national PBA Tour titles, including one perfect 300 game on television during the 2020 PBA Tour Finals. But the past 2 seasons haven't found Jacob taking home a W in a title match. Can Buttrey find Lady Luck on the lanes at this year's PBA playoffs? This is Jacob Buttrey.
7 career titles, 1 major, the 2019 USBC Masters. Arsenal for the first lefty we've seen so far at the Kia PBA playoffs. Jacob Buttrey gets started. Nice.
Well, and there's some a little different from Jacob Buttrey right out of the gate. And he said, what do you think the key for O'Neill's going to be? And I said, it's simple. It's getting the corner pin out.
Case in point. Second seeded a year ago, as we talked about, beat A.J. Johnson, beat Kyle Troop, beat Tom Smallwood, and then Simo en route to the title. And $100,000. The resume fantastic for Bill O'Neill. He is en route to the Hall of Fame.
Yes, sir. Guaranteed.
Great to see the real deal back on TV.
Yeah, it is. I think a lot of people were in disbelief when we did our open, and we talked about the fact that he hadn't made television yet this season. And it's kind of hard to believe. As good as Bill O'Neill is. This guy's made TV.
Plenty of times. 7-10, no, just a 10-pin stands.
Oh, just a dirty messenger right there.
I thought we might have a chance at another 7-10 convert.
Well, he is left-handed.
So is Anthony Nyer. U.S. Open this year, Reno.
That wasn't a dig, folks. Just trying to point out that 3 of the 4 7-10 conversions
75%
on television have been done by left-handers.
Twitter is alight with
it's
complaints
for
Randy.
It's like, oh, really? So what are you trying to say? The 7-10 is walled up on the left side? No.
The phones are out.
No, just going with...
Twitter app is open.
Just going with the stats.
Hey, man, it's the beauty of social media.
You can't handle the truth.
A few good men reference. Come on. Good movie references so far at the playoffs. Left lane for Buttrey. Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you what, say what you want about his unique style, but he sure is fun to watch. And I really enjoy watching him throw the reactive resin bowling balls. He's got so much power. Look at that wrist just unload. And then there's the pin action. Look at that. Good stuff.
Back to O'Neill. Back to a strike.
Come on.
He told us this week it's been a solid year, not a great year. Happy to be top 16 in points. This is the highest in points total on the PBA Tour for those players who have not made a TV show. So some good results. Back under the bright lights here today outside New Haven. Looks for the turkey, looks for an 11-pin lead. Nope. Double wood, 2-8.
Well, you got to be careful with the 2-8 because of that back pin. So the best way to convert this is covering both pins with the bowling ball, and you just get just a shade right of that 2-pin, and that ball will curve and drive right into the back 8-pin.
Converts.
Oh, come on. Terrible frame.
Spare the game brought to you by Guaranteed Rate. If you believe it, you can do it. Guaranteed Rate, believe you will.
I not only believe in guaranteed rate, I believe in you, Dave.
Right back at you, partner. Always. Buttrey. Yes. Oh, pin action.
Oh, shrapnel. That was dirty. Look, you can see the red line a little bit right of the left of the last shot on that lane. There's that cupped wrist. Don't try that at home, folks. You might get hurt. And then watch this pin action. This is why you put revolutions on a bowling ball. Oh, creates a little mosh pit in the back and had one lone dancer out front.
I like that one. Haven't heard that one yet. I thought I heard all. It's our 20th year together, you know. Nice. Yes. 17th seed a year ago at this event. Beat the Hall of Famer Tommy Jones, lost to Belmo in the second round. He would love to advance past the defending champ, Randy, here today. Resuming game one, match two, day two, Kia PBA playoffs. Here's O'Neal. Strike.
All right.
Best finish, U.S. Open in Reno. 7th, of course, won by Chris By that year. Had to withdraw from the TV finals in Jupiter at the Players' Championship due to health reasons. Back on TV and looking good here today. He's the cut to 11. 7th frame. O'Neal left lane.
Oh, come on.
You can see just how much sharper the angle is if you look at Strike Track powered by Kia right there. Bill O'Neal's way in compared to what we saw in our first match. Francois Lavoie and Dick Allen going much straighter. Bill O'Neal a little bit more power, so it forces him a little farther left, especially on the left lane, which curves a little bit more, or hooks more. How much grief I get by saying the ball's curving.
It's been a topic of conversation you and I have had.
Yeah.
I'm okay with either.
I think both are okay.
Are they not going to hook now?
Well, Bill just said it's not going to hook now, so maybe we should change that theory.
Stay with hook.
Let's just go with hook. Well, you heard him say, oh boy, and that's the reason why right there, but not a good sign for O'Neal when Jacob says, oh boy, and then the ball goes dead flush in the 1-2.
2020 was fantastic for this guy. Runner-up to Prather at the TOC, then won the Players. Got by Chris Prather, Belmo, and the top seed EJ Tack in the title match by 1 pin for a major. Then won the PBA playoffs at center. Nice. Crunches the 1-3 pocket. But down by a bunch in this first game.
See that hand behind the bowling ball there. You can see that nice tight end over end rotation with a little bit of axis tilt. And that one faces nicely. But Buttrey right now in firm control of game one. O'Neal, he just wants to get dialed in.
Bill was 11th at the PBA World Championship in Tampa, eventually won by Tom Doherty. That's a high shot.
Try to get it to hook down lane. It's too much. Huh.
Yeah, it's his last shot on that lane in this game. And what kind of adjustment will he make for game two? Game one's going to go to Jacob Buttrey, but he needs to figure this left lane out to have any chance to even up this match.
Just over 16% conversion rate for the 3-4-6-7-10. Lot to cover. Won't do it. 4-7 stands.
No, that was he was testing the waters. That was a strike ball.
That was a terrible move.
Because you have game two, which is Just what I love about this race to 2 format. It's not one and done. Buttrey has been smoking him here and continues to do so.
And Buttrey does the same thing. He goes to another bowling ball, makes a ball change to see what it's going to give him in case the ball he started with stops working. Now there's the ball he started with. The ball that just came back on the ball return was the one he just threw on the right lane. Interesting. That one a little left of the last shot he threw on that left lane, and it goes high.
Well, Jacob says it's been a really good year. 3 runner-up finishes, including the U.S. Open in Reno. Taking the optimistic route. Wants to stay positive. Also wants to beat Bill O'Neill here at the Kia PBA playoffs. Getting set for game 2 of this race to 2. And Randy in game 1, Jacob Buttrey all over the defending champ.
Yeah, it was all Jakey. Started with a double, 9 spare in the third, and then he strung 6 in a row to finish with a big 257. Bill O'Neill needs to figure out the left lane and figure it out quickly.
Let's see how that unfolds here in game 2. Buttrey, we talked about the string of runner-ups. Lost to Tom Doherty in Tampa, World Championship, part of the World Series of Bowling. Whoa, not the ball we actually wanted there. 6-10 stand, first shot, second game. Chameleon championship runner-up, also in Tampa, the World Series, to Sean Maldonado. And by 1 pin, U.S. Open in Reno to Chris Vide.
Yeah, Jake also has a unique grip. That's a conventional grip. Typically, players use a fingertip grip where the fingers go into the first crease, but Jacob uses a conventional grip where it goes into the second crease in both his middle and ring finger. There it is right there. And no inserts, no finger inserts. You know what's interesting about that grip, right? Is that's typically a grip that you put a beginner in. It's how you start in the sport. You use a conventional grip, and then as you improve, you go to the fingertip grip. Remember Dick Allen when we showed a close-up of, and even Francois, you could really see how stretched out that was. Fingers only go to the first crease.
It's all working for Buttrey now. O'Neill, nice start, game 2.
That was that better than any other ones. Jeez, God, come on.
Nice profile look at Bill O'Neill. He tries to keep the shoulders back and keeps from tipping early, because when his shoulders get forward early, his swing gets steep. And when the swing gets steep, you tend to grab it at the bottom of the swing or at the release point. What's interesting about that last shot was what he said. How could that have been any better than the other ones?
Left lane. Whoa, good shot.
Oh, come on.
He's trying to figure it out, Randy. It's not easy.
Well, he really liked that shot, and I want you to take a look at Bill O'Neill's hand and what it does on the way through. So you see how his wrist is actually pointing out. What that does is it keeps the elbow in.
Break.
He's not happy. Not at all.
Well, it's early, and he's got to just kind of have some patience and believe in what he's doing.
Good look at the grip there for Buttrey. Just a 3-pin, which might be better than when he first released that shot. He wasn't sure what was going to happen.
Yeah, there was 5 standing at one point. But to get back to, Bill O'Neill's reaction to the 10-pin, to quote a wise man, nothing's over till we say it is.
There's a 3. There's the mark for Buttrey.
And that was one of my favorite movies of all time. So
we've had a lot of good movie references in 2 days.
It's kind of
at least 2. We're averaging 2 good movie references per show.
It's kind of presented itself.
Prior results, PBA playoffs, you saw it for Buttrey. He's dealt with a lot in the last year plus, loss of his mom to cancer. But he said in our discussion this week, his head is in the right place. He feels great physically, taking care of himself a lot more than he did in his earlier years.
This is a gorgeous shot here. He made the move on that lane. Remember last time he went high and just kind of chases it towards the center and executes brilliantly. But you're right. I mean, he's had a nice year, a nice bounce back year. Finished second in 2 majors this season. It's pretty strong.
O'Neill. Third frame. Yes.
Pretty nice shape of that shot right there by O'Neill. Now, what do you do here exactly?
Thinking.
Yeah. This is an educated guess right here. That's what's coming up. So you make an educated guess based on all of your knowledge over the years, and then you have to execute.
One of many accolades on the great career of Bill O'Neill so far. All right, left lane, trying to figure it out. Does not. 2-8-10.
How does that do that?
Head scratcher.
If I hit it, it goes high. If I miss it, it never hooks. What the hell? Whoa.
What do you do? That's the question.
Yeah, it's a great question. You got to go one of 2 directions, right? So you got to move in and hit it, or you got to move right and take your hand out of it. And the problem is, can't waste any time or a shot now because of the open.
And you lost the first game, 257-193. And Buttrey is showing no signs of letting up. His 4th frame, go up by 21. You better believe it. Don't miss the return of former heavyweight champion Andy Ruiz as he takes on rugged veteran Chris Arreola, plus a stat card of Mexican firepower. It all goes down next Saturday live on pay-per-view. For the Turkey in a 31-pin lead. Good pin action, but somehow the 10 remains unscathed.
Wow.
I'm not sure how.
I mean, and Jacobs just ripping the eyes out of that ball at release. You can hear the popping sound, but this is kind of unlucky. I mean, he's throwing everything but the kitchen sink at the 10-pin, and it doesn't go down. That scares me. That scares me, man. That's covering a lot of territory. Still life for O'Neill after that hit in the 5th, or I should say that 9 spare in the 5th by Buttrey.
Right lane has been his lane. That continues.
Yeah, and that's good news. You want to hear the bad news? Bad news is he's got to finish the game on the left lane.
And here he is again, thinking about it.
Here in game 2, O'Neill perfect on that lane. And his reaction is like, yeah, figures. Now what to do?
What?
And again, I think it's got to be one of 2 directions. You heard him say, if I hit it, it goes high. If I lay off of it a little bit, it goes light. So now you've got to decide: do I move left and hit it, or do I move right and take my hand out? He didn't move right.
There you go. There you have it. Trip 10, strike on the left lane, Randy.
Chase that one in just a little bit. O'Neal fighting and clawing, trying to capture a game to tie this match up. Lots more to come. Stay with us.
10-pin advantage. Buttrey over O'Neal. Game 2. Round of 16. Kia PBA playoffs here in Connecticut. Dave, Randy, Kimberly, our entire crew. Great matchup. Buttrey for the first game. Good start out of the commercial break for the lefty.
You're right, it is. You can see the max score there. Scores rather. Buttrey 258, O'Neal 248. And Jakey gets up and shreds the rack here. Increase the lead to 20 with a strike here in the 7th.
Cool, calm, collected today. A technician, Lavoie-like so far. Left lane, a lefty. Oh, baby.
This guy's pillow is cool on both sides. I mean, he just steps up and labels that one. But you know, you kind of, Jacob Buttrey's the kind of guy you like to root for. I mean, he's been through a lot. He's kind of rededicated himself. He's had a couple of second place finishes in majors. He's the first one to congratulate the winner or winners, his opponents. He's a great sportsman, shows great sportsmanship. And it's kind of a lot like this guy here, Bill O'Neal, right?
Agreed. Easy to root for.
Yeah.
Trip 10, O'Neal. Scrapping, fighting. Now the troublesome left lane for the real deal. Wins this game. Winner a year ago in Centerville, Virginia. We will have a 9th, 10th frame roll-up, as we did with Lavoie. Dick Allen won by Francois. We had it with Troop Anderson yesterday in day 1. 3 have advanced so far. Here's that left lane, and there's a strike.
Still alive.
Come on.
And we're all even.
Come on now.
Well, he did the move that, you know, one or the other. He moved in and he started whacking on it at the bottom of the release point to really get that ball to come around the corner.
Buttrey responds.
That is what I call a full rack attack.
Nothing left. 1-2 pocket demolished by Buttrey.
The beauty here. With a strike in the 9th frame, Buttrey cannot be shut out by O'Neal.
We're headed for a great finish here in game 2. Pouring it on.
Just shredding him.
Pouring it on, Randy.
He looks really relaxed, really calm to it. His demeanor looks perfect of what you would want it to be to win matches. This is a gorgeous shot here as well. Great touch, comes into that switch zone, and all that power takes care of the rest. Now O'Neal, must strike situation.
Come on.
Boy, they're all carbon copies for him on that right lane, right? So here it comes. It's going to come down to this left lane, who's not been all that kind or friendly to Bill O'Neal. If he strikes out here in the 10th frame, he'll force Buttrey to double.
4 straight. Frame, huge shot, O'Neal. 9-pin.
You've got to be kidding. You're going to see the bowling ball go right by the 9-pin. And this is about as unlucky as you can get. This is perfect in the 1-3, and the ball just keeps going.
Missed it by a whisker. I mean,
unlucky.
Oh. When it isn't your year, it just isn't. Yikes. As good as I can do. As good as I can throw.
I
it's a
agree.
great shot. Yeah, no question. He's frustrated, but he won't walk away. Thinking he did make the correct adjustments in the left lane, because he did.
Okay.
All right, any mark for O'Neal, or excuse me, for Buttrey.
And he advances.
Look out!
Oh my goodness! 6-7 split.
He's got to make it.
Can you believe this?
He's going to try to cut the 6 over into the 7.
Shocking development. Oh, whiffs. Whiffs.
How about that? Wonder how many folks at home saw that coming.
Game 2 to O'Neal.
By PBA rule, this tie must be broken by a 9th and 10th frame roll-off. Bill O'Neal will begin the roll-off on the left lane.
Wow. Just like that, needing a mark. O'Neal on the bench thought his day was done. Instead, we're heading to our second straight roll-off here in day 2. What just happened?
I don't know. It's new life for Bill O'Neal, and he gets to finish on the right lane.
All-important first shot roll-off. Yes! Now he's got a strike on the left lane. He's got to be feeling good.
I'm not a little in shock. I mean, Jacob was so dialed in.
Right lane, just had that huge miss and an 8-pin.
Exact same hit for Jacob Buttrey on the left side that Bill O'Neal left on the right side in the 10th frame of that last game. I mean, what a crazy turnaround.
Wild. I was filling out my bracket. I had Jacob advancing.
Yeah.
Just a second ago.
Yeah. And so did Bill O'Neal. And now here we are. In the 9th and 10th frame roll-off. And advantage O'Neal. Wow. Well, if he spares strikes, O'Neal can go spare strike, and he'll win by 1. And advance.
There's a pin in the back.
The winner of this takes on Francois Lavoie,
who needed a roll-off to knock out Dick Allen earlier today here in FS1. Wow, these playoffs have been exciting. Troop, Larson, Lavoie have moved on to the quarterfinals. O'Neal in the driver's seat as the 12 seed to knock off Jacob Buttrey now in this roll-off.
O'Neal's going to finish on the right lane, and he hasn't missed on that lane since last week. Last game, he was perfect on this right lane. If he strikes first ball, he wins. If he goes spare strike, he wins by 1.
A strike for the victory. Yes! The defending champ is through to the quarterfinals. What a shocking finish to this round of 16 match.
Yeah. You got to feel for that man right there, but if he keeps doing what he's doing, he's going to be just fine. He'll be back in the winner's circle in no time. But I mean, what a turn of events. It looked like it was just all Buttrey and O'Neal. Finds a way to get it done. It's over.
O'Neal is through the 12th seed. Gets by 5th seeded Jacob Buttrey. Joining Lavoie, Larson, and Troop into the quarterfinals, the round of 8. What a match. Kimberly joined by the defending champ.
Wow, wow, wow. So I think that you thought the same thing we thought, that at the end of that second game that you were going home, and then he essentially gifted you that roll-off. Walk us through it.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty sure I had to strike out in the 9th and 10th, and I was having trouble, obviously, on the left lane the entire time, and I just couldn't figure it out, but couldn't get my ball to shape to the pins right. It was, you know, every time if I slowed down and hit it, it would go high, and if I didn't, it wouldn't carry. So I thought I threw it really good in the 10th, and I was caught a bad break, and I thought that was it. And you know, it's one of those things as a competitor, I feel for Jacob. You know, it's a tough moment. You don't want to lose like that, and you know, I'm just happy that I was able to take advantage of it, and you know, I thought it was probably a mistake for him to let me finish on the right lane. It's my good lane. He let me you know, get comfy and throw it really good in the 10th there.
Well, you capitalized on it. Congratulations. You now move on to the top 8.
All right, Kimberly, thanks. See you in the next round, Bill. Our 2021 Kia PBA playoff coverage continues Saturday on FS1, 11:30 a.m. Eastern, with more action for the round of 16 from here in Bolero, Milford, in Milford, Connecticut. Now for the entire crew, Randy Peterson, Kimberly Pressler, Dave Ryan saying so long. Coming up next here on FS1, Major League Rugby, Old Glory DC against the New England Free Jacks. You've been watching the PBA on FS1. The Kia PBA playoffs